Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Zoronden here, and this is going to be episode 13 of Guild Wars, my Norn Story. And this is going to run a little different here. I had some technical issues and lost the original audio recording that I did with this video. So I'm just going to re-record it on the fly with already recorded footage that I have. So sit back, and I'm going to let the first person here talk.
Ah, you must be the Slayer. Scholar Prot said you were interested in this coded letter we discovered.
That's right. The Dredge who sent it have been preparing a new weapon for something big. We need to know what so we can stop it.
It's a book cipher. The sender and the recipient both refer to the same published work. Every letter in the code corresponds to a word in the book. This sequence at the end tells you the page and line you want. 029701 means page 297, line 1.
I see. And then we use the numbers to assemble the words in the message. But how do we know what book was used to encode it?
That's the tricky part. It could be anything that's ever been published. That's why this code type is informally known as security by obscurity. The only sure way is to find the sender or recipient and see what book they're using. This letter came from Molemen. If I were you, I'd start there.
So from here I relocated to, of course, the instance beginning, or start, or whatever. I'm not quite sure what they're actually calling this in Guild Wars 2. And then I ran up to the Durmand Priory guy here. I don't remember his name. Something Prot. Scholar Prot. Yes, that would be the case. And we're going to run around, kill a few Dredge and whatnot. And while I'm doing that on screen, something I've been wanting to talk to anybody that watches my Norn Story. I have been considering ending this series, partially because there's countless more hours of this playthrough that is actually me just leveling the character, and that's just lost time that I can't actually put into footage for the video. Now, I could show you that leveling up process, but personally I don't find that very exciting, and I don't really think it's worth putting on YouTube. So I have been considering ending this series and starting up with something else. Perhaps I've considered a few other games such as Borderlands 2 or the Transformers Fall of Cybertron sequel. That is the sequel. So something like that, and I'd love it if any of you that do watch this series give me some comments. Let me know if you want me to continue this series, because I can definitely do that, or if you are indifferent to that, and just let me know your opinion, because I would love to know where everybody's at on that subject. Another thing, as I was going through here, I realized my weapon's getting outdated pretty quick, so I'm hopefully going to be grabbing a new hammer or sword or something off of the black market or whatever they call it, auction house, in Guild Wars 2, and that definitely will make these go a little quicker. As you know, I'm having some issues killing the mobs. Not really issues, but it's taking a bit. And so I think by the next video I do, that weapon will be pretty dated. As of right now, it's doing fairly okay, but I can definitely tell it's slower than it used to be, because it's been a while since I got a new weapon on my character here. So that is something I'll look into, and hopefully by next video I'll have a new one, or the one after that, something like that. Either way, that's all good, I guess. Anyways, not much else to say here. I'm just going to let the footage play out because I have it. So I will meet you back after the next commentary, talky thing.
Defense, then offense.
Kill the enemy!
Save yourself!
We've cracked it. The weapon is in Underberg, near Lornar's Pass.
Good work. The Priory employs many fine scholars and many bold adventurers, but it's rare we find both in one package. I sincerely hope you're considering joining us full-time. The dragons grow stronger every day, and the Priory needs more members like you.
I'm considering it, but we should get to Underberg. This may be our last chance to stop Vyacheslav's weapon.
So from there, I transitioned on to another area. It was in a newer zone that I had not yet explored, but I did have some waypoints, so it was pretty quick to get to. Thankfully, they don't like to throw you into terribly new areas of the world, so it takes you half an hour to get to a new zone or something like that. But now we are in a new area, as I said, and we are looking for the prototype weapon, I believe, or some information on the prototype weapon, something like that. Obviously, we're still seeking out this prototype weapon that the Dredge have been building that is supposed to be used against us. Obviously, we are fearing such a device. Don't want something like that to happen. And what I noticed is some really weird issues going on with some Dredge there. At first, I thought maybe they were mobs. I tried to run up and attack them, but they seem to be static, kind of scarecrow-style air bugs, which is something you can see in quite a few games. I'm guessing they are doodads. They're actual art doodads, because as you can see, the ice blood or ice brood Norn are attacking. So I believe those are supposed to be dead Dredge doodads that are just glitched out and scarecrowing. So something interesting. I wasn't really quite sure what to make of it, but I eventually kind of figured out what I think of it. And the ice blood Norn here attacking, I don't really... Oh, actually, okay, it is explained coming up what these guys are doing here. At first, I was just baffled as why they were here, but that is actually explained in the story, so I will not spoil it until it's explained coming up here in a second. And I believe this is now another combo.
Hold, Slayer. Let's hear what the Dredge are saying.
I've had enough of your insolence and your cowardice. The people demand vengeance, and Vyacheslav has provided the means.
But Vyacheslav is insane, can't you see that? His weapon is as dangerous to us as it is to his target. His thirst for revenge will doom us all.
Vyacheslav is a genius, and his weapon will crush the last of the dwarf oppressors. The revolution will finally be complete.
At what cost? The last dwarf is protected by the Durmand Priory. Taking his life is not worth war with one of the most powerful orders in Tyria.
Enough! I declare you an enemy of the people and a traitor to the cause. The penalty is death. Rise, brothers and sisters, and kill this turncoat!
I'd say we've seen enough. Let's save that dissenter. He may be able to help us.
And after that conversation, something I really wanted to comment on is that the voice acting is just so subpar on any of the B-list characters in Guild Wars. The only thing I can think of is if I hired a handful of people and had them voice literally just hundreds of different characters, and they didn't always necessarily know what they were voicing, and they just weren't able to perform to any standard here. I mean, Swotor came out and had a lot of great acting. I mean, I never ran into anything that I was just like, this is terrible, I can't stand it. And it constantly happens in Guild Wars. The two Dredge talking to each other is just terrible. I mean, there's so many actors out there that could have done a better job, or at least feel that they could have given them some different constraints to a certain circumstances, so they could have done that better. It was really painful to see that, and I'm not sure what they were thinking. Either way, here's another combo.
Thank you for saving me. I can't believe my own comrades turned on me so viciously.
If you're truly grateful, tell me about Vyacheslav's weapon.
I would not lightly betray the Moletariat. But Vyacheslav is insane. I'll tell you all I know. Vyacheslav calls it the Mark III Sonic Vaporizer. It uses the recorded cries of a captive ice dragon minion, subsonically amplified so that the vibration crushes stone. The last dwarf oppressor, Ogden Stonehealer, is hiding inside the Durmand Priory itself. Generations of enslaved Dredge demand his death.
Ogden had nothing to do with oppressing your people. His skills and knowledge make him a valuable member of the Durmand Priory.
And Vyacheslav wants him dead. The problem is the sonic vaporizer attracts dragon minions whenever it's fired.
And Ogden's inside the Durmand Priory itself. You were right, Prot. Vyacheslav's target is going to face dragon minions as well as the Dredge weapon.
The Priory must be defended. We'll need all the help we can get. Quickly, we must return to Holbreck and confer with the others.
We've got to act quickly. Vyacheslav is targeting the Durmand Priory itself in an effort to kill Ogden Stonehealer. What's worse, the weapon's sonic beam is based on the cries of dragon minions. The sound it makes will attract every dragon minion in the region.
Sounds simple enough. We know where they're going. We can meet them head-on and destroy the weapon before they fire it.
Where fortifications fail, the Priory's wisdom will shield us. The archives contain a ritual that enforces temporary silence. We can use it to nullify the weapon and destroy the Dredge easily.
I agree. But the Order of Whispers has a subtler solution. The Slayer and I will use stealth magic to get close to Vyacheslav. We can kill him without engaging all the Dredge forces. Without their leader, they'll collapse into chaos.
Excuse me. The Priory's main facility is entirely capable of defending itself. We have access to ancient and powerful magic. Specifically, we have a silencing ritual that will completely baffle Vyacheslav's sonic weapon. No sound, no attack, and no lured dragon minions.
Tough choices, Slayer, but clear ones. But before you make your decision, you should understand how important this choice is. Each of the orders would be honored to have you join. If you agree, the order you choose to help now will accept you into its ranks permanently. That will put you in a position to join their fight against the Elder Dragons. I, for one, can think of no better path for a hero to take.
Agreed. I'm ready to confront the most dangerous threat Tyria has ever faced, and I'll need allies to do it. Give me a moment to consider, and then I'll choose.
So basically what just went down there, it is now time for me to choose my order to represent or to join. So I'm going to go ahead and join the Vigil because they're all brute force and kind of aggressiveness, and that just seems appropriate for the Guardian class. Plus I've already done the Durmand Priory on my main character.
Some must fight, so that all may be free. Excellent choice, Slayer. I'm glad to have you. You will provide the skill and strength we need to end the Dredge threat once and for all.
You honor me. Let me ready my weapon, and I will meet you at the Priory.
Where the Dredge and their weapon will fall. This is how the Vigil gets results, by confronting evil head-on with overwhelming force. And after we save those Priory eggheads, we take the fight to the Elder Dragons themselves.
You've chosen well, Slayer. I look forward to seeing the great things you will do with the Vigil. I am proud to have found the hero Tyria needs. I will join you for the defense of the Priory. Until then and forever after, may the spirits of the wild walk with you.
Anyways, that is going to do it for this episode of my Norn Story. Sorry that it was a little wonky. Again, I did have some technical difficulties, lost my original audio file, but I still thankfully had the video file, so I was able to still bring you this episode. Obviously, if I lost the video, it would be just SOL, because I can't replay it in-game. So, I still got it out for you. I still did that. Let me know on whether or not you want my Norn Story to continue, or if you think a Let's Play of a different game would be more entertaining. Anyways, guys, I'm Zoronden. Please do thumbs up and subscribe so I can bring you more games like this, more Let's Plays, or whatever the case may be for the future of this game and this series. Again, I am Zoronden. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.